Hello everyone, and welcome back. We're out here in this year's garden again, and tonight I'm going to be doing some harvesting. I'm about to lose some of my cauliflower here. It's getting a little old and starting to shoot up, so I need to go ahead and harvest all of these that have a head on them. I guess I have 2 plants that still have a ways to go, but otherwise all of these are going to get cut. Like that one there is just about gone. I'm gonna bring this up to the farmhouse, and Melissa and I will do what we have to do this weekend. I'm here tonight, and I've been here for a few nights, and tomorrow I'll head back up there after work. And I suppose we'll blanch this and cut it up and get it in the freezer. I have my trusty garden knife right here. I have to get this kohlrabi out of here too. It's getting oversized. I think with the kohlrabi, I'm going to eat some of it tonight. I'm going to do a stir fry. But I think that a lot of this I am going to dehydrate, because I have my dehydrator up at the farmhouse. And it's just nice to have it jarred, because you can reconstitute, throw it into something later. I think I'll take this little guy here for dinner tonight. Them things have this hardest stalks or whatever it is on them. Doe number 2, she's getting really old and kind of sickly, but they only live to be 7 to 10 years old, and she's at that point. So she loves this time of year, though. How are you going to eat that much? Huh? I have one eggplant here that can be harvested. I haven't had eggplant for a while. I have some green peppers that are coming along here. I have some more, I believe, yeah, starting in here, if you can see that. Couple of cucumbers. I think I'll use that zucchini in tonight's dinner. This one will be ready next week. That one over there is pretty small also. I don't know. Melissa's actually going to be making some zucchini boats this weekend, and she'll probably put a video on that on the As the Rooster Crows channel. But we have so much squash up at that garden also, so I don't know, I'll probably haul this one up there too. A couple of little ones on this one also. I see I have this watermelon, and I have a little one over here started also. Watermelons are kind of a shot in the dark, you never know. They start real good, and sometimes they really grow, and sometimes they just really don't turn into anything. But considering that this was the plant that I planted that just had like 2 little leaves on it because it was so bitten by the frost, I'm really surprised at how well the plant is doing. The peas are starting to get that sickly look to the leaves, but still a lot of them on here. And they're still flowering over here, so we still have a couple more weeks of getting some pea pods to eat in the stir fry. I want to pick a bunch of these beans. Melissa and I might can some this weekend. I'm not real sure. We have a lot of beans that are coming up in the farmhouse garden. They're little right now. They're like, this size right here. But you know, up there, they're a zone different. So, but there's going to be a lot of them. But we really want to do some canning this year, and beans are so easy to do that can't really screw those up. These were the beans that were planted, I don't know, 3 weeks later than, remember, none of them came up, the Bush Lake 274s. So then I planted, I don't know if these are providers, I can't remember what these were, but they have a lot of beans on here, but they're just little right now. There was a couple plants that had some bigger ones there, but well, let's get this video finished up here so I can get inside and start cooking. The potatoes here, they're just like before. I mean, they're starting to get a little brown there. Plants are falling over. Of course, there's no weeding going on in the potatoes at all. But anyway, it'll still be a couple of weeks before I dig any of these up. Tomato plants are doing real well, full of tomatoes. Some are starting to get some color. And I saw over here, I get to eat the first one of the year. Delicious. I have a few sparse carrots here, which is perfect because that's about all I really need. Just enough to pull a couple out of the garden this year, rub them on your pants, and eat them right out of the garden. Beets are doing good. This was that potato that planted itself from last year. I have no idea what it is, but if you look at how that ground is cracking down there, it's making potatoes. The Brussels sprouts have just started to make some little Brussels sprouts right there. Still have a long ways to go, but at least they're started. Cabbage is rolling pretty good. I need one more. That was really good. Well, I think that's about it for tonight's harvest. The garden does need a good watering, but there is like a 60% chance of over a 1/4 inch of rain tomorrow. So I just did some weeding tonight where I can weed. You know, you get less and less of spots that you can actually weed. And I don't want to water it right now because they'll just come right back to life. It's kind of funny because when I'm out here weeding the garden, you look at something like this, which is just a weed I'm going to pick out. This is called purslane, and it's a wild edible. And if you add it to, like, I'm going to add this, I'll wash it up and add it to the stir fry tonight. It gives it a savory flavor, if that makes sense. That's how I describe what this tastes like. It's really good. Here we have lamb's quarters. There's a little one right there. One of the first plants you have pretty much learned to know with wild edibles if you have them in your area. They get really big if you let them grow. Here's another one. This plant right here is called lady's thumb. If you see on the leaf, It's supposed to look like a lady's thumbprint. Every one has one of them little dots on there. So when I go through and weed the garden, a lot of times all I'm looking at is food that could be eaten. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I will see you guys on the next video.